Welcome to Knights of Mandalore. I'm Jared.
I'm Lad.
And I was right.
You were.
I was right.
Yes, your prediction.
We're talking about Bad Batch episode. The
The
most recent episode.
most recent one.
Okay, so you may be wondering, Jared, what were you right about? Well, we finally get the identity of the cloaked figure.
Yeah, we didn't have to wait too long. It could have been an end season thing, but they gave it to us ahead of time.
Yeah, so it's funny because there's a shot in the episode where they pan over the cloaked figure's face, and then Lad goes, "That's a clone nose."
Yeah, that guy's got a nose job like a clone or something.
So the Bad Batch show up at their little handler's bar, and then there's a cloaked guy just hanging out, like kind of like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, honestly.
I was like, wait, what? I'm getting total Aragorn vibes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they hear blaster fire, and they walk out, and there's two thugs running away.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dude with a white clone gauntlet with a blue stripe, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was right.
Yep.
And it's Captain Rex.
Yep. Rex CT, I don't know, was it?
Whatever his clone number
yeah.
is. But the point is, it's like, it's Captain Rex, baby.
Captain Rex returns. And it's really cool to see him back because, he was in the epic season finale.
CT 7567.
There we go. Yes. And, he talks
references it too.
He does, yeah. And he talked about fives a little bit with Echo at one point there.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
Yeah.
But
I was like, I was right.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
So I was like, wait a second. They're not going to give me they're not going to put a Jedi in this.
Yeah. So this confirms that Ahsoka must have told Rex about the Martez sisters, that they could be, useful for something, or that they could
useful for combating the Empire.
Yeah. And we saw throughout the episode a bit that Rex was talking about fighting the war still, and he was at the end, he was talking about, someone, we're going to rendezvous, and he says we're going to still fight for the Republic.
Wolf and Gregor, probably. I'm going to make another prediction. He was talking to Wolf and Gregor.
Maybe Wolf and Gregor, yes.
Watch, in the next episode, if I'm right, I will go immediately to Vegas.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, it's a good point.
He did mention some clones did not follow the programming, which means, hey, Clone Rebellion.
Clone Rebellion, yeah. I mean,
we could be seeing some Clone Rebellion, which the last time we saw that was Battlefront 2.
I know. Classic. That's crazy. I mean, hey, it's anything's on the table, honestly, at this point.
Anything's on the table. But I was like, oh, okay, so I was right about Rex. And it's like he did say, yeah, the Martez sisters said we found a group of like clones.
Yeah.
Oh, so also what happened? We get the resolution of the Wrecker having a headache arc, where basically, yes, it is the chip activating, which it does activate.
Yeah, it does.
And he goes full Hulk smash on the entire Bad Batch.
Right, it's actually really scary. Wrecker. Oh boy.
And then Lad turns to me and he goes, "This is scary." Then when Crosshairs did it, and I think I know why. Because with Crosshairs, didn't really change that much.
That's true. Yeah, he was already kind of like douchebag-ish, lovable.
With Wrecker, it was like, oh my, he has a teddy bear, he's super fatherly.
Yeah.
And then it's like all of a sudden,
yeah,
it was like, oh God, he's evil now.
Yeah, that was really scary. That was crazy. So
he's throwing stuff at people. I was like, oh geez, this is bad.
Oh boy, yeah.
And finally they subdue him and get the chip out. Now, this is the one part where I was kind of like, what? Is that it took him a while to wake up after having the chip out. And it took Rex like a second.
Yeah.
Because remember, she took it out as the clones were breaching through the door. They opened the door, and then all of a sudden two pistols come out. Bum, bum. It's like, what?
Who knows? Yeah.
Didn't check the last time this happened?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe this because the equipment's not as good or something like that. Or...
It is an old ship, I guess. So I'm willing to give it that much benefit of the doubt.
It was for dramatic effect.
Dramatic effect, yes. So again, first off, we got Rex, and we got this. So now the Bad Batch does not have the chips in.
Yeah.
I don't think that they took it out of Echo, but then again, he's a cyborg, and
I'm not sure
they did mention that, like, in the first episode, Tech said, "Well, what Tambor probably like destroyed your chip or something."
Yeah, I think I imagine they checked it right there, but then they didn't take anything out because it was already destroyed or something.
Yeah, he was already too far gone.
Yeah,
they're not going to do brain surgery on someone that's pretty much a brain cyborg.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, they're all taken care of. We don't have to worry about anyone else. Go in Order 66.
Most importantly, Jared was right.
Yes, you were right about that one, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, but I called the prediction on the headaches. I was talking about the headaches thing.
I'll give you that. Because it was so weird that they kept highlighting the headaches. And by the way, he smacked his head again.
Yeah, that was like probably from that. He like literally obliterated.
Because it's all of a sudden it gets really bad. And so I'm like, okay. It's like for some reason the creators of Bad Batch really don't like Wrecker's head.
Yeah, just Wrecker's head.
I'm like, geez, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Oh man, yeah, no, he's always getting wrecked.
And of course, first off, they're fighting what amounts to an alien sewer monster.
Yeah, something like that.
And I'm like, where the hell do these monsters come from?
They always just
they're always in a garbage thing.
They just like to hang out there, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, where do they come from? Are the scavengers bringing them and just leaving them for people?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand this. It was even on the Death Star.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
What? Watch, they'll reveal that's the same one from episode 4.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious if Dave Filoni goes, yeah, that's the same one. The Empire came later and collected that. I was like, oh, here, Lord Vader, it's a present for you.
That's funny. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I don't know. It was a pretty solid episode overall, though. I'd say like they had a lot of good. And also having Rex around makes things super cool.
Rex makes everything better.
And kind of getting to see Rex's him reflecting on what happened with Order 66 is cool.
You can even see there's a shot of him staring at his helmet.
Yeah, that was really good. He's obviously like he's changed now with everything he's been through
with Mandalore and then fighting a Sith Lord.
I know, yeah. Oh boy.
Combating his own guys.
Yeah, that was because
remember in that episode Clone Wars, he was prepared to go full live rounds on them, but Ahsoka was like, no, just stun them.
Yeah, and yeah. That was pretty intense. I mean, honestly, everyone on the ship died, so that was a big deal for him, and him seeing that like across the galaxy that happened everywhere else, I'm not sure if at the time Rex and Ahsoka really knew the full scope. I think Ahsoka knew, but I don't think Rex really understood like how big.
I think Rex did know, because remember he did say this chip is in all of us. The clones, the entire Grand Army of the Republic just received orders to kill the Jedi.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's like intense, honestly.
Jeez.
Like all his fellow soldiers and brothers in arms, just all basically being forced to turn evil. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this was definitely a solid episode. Probably my favorite because of how much it dealt with the chips and Rex showing up.
That was really good.
And being proven right. I love being proven right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good part.
I mean, even title this episode, Jared was right.
Jared was right. Yep. No, honestly, like it hit like a lot of really good moments in the episode.
Yeah.
And just seeing, them trying to get their chips out. They're like, okay, this is something. It was cool how Hunter really trusted Rex. They're like, okay, if you say this is like super important, then we're gonna go take care of it, And
you can see Rex when he finds out that he still have the chips, and he's like, he like has his hand on his pistol.
Yeah, like he like doesn't even like hesitate for a moment to like,
wait a second, you haven't taken your things out.
Yeah.
Never mind, my hand's going for my blaster. Don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Like he didn't trust it for a moment, which was good because Wrecker just like went crazy on them.
Look what happened to his guys after Order 66.
I know, right? Like it was like completely unsuspecting like that. So
yeah, it was like, look what happened to our trooper Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. Our trooper Jesse,
which is sad because he was in the first time we saw him was the Cutler Quain episode.
Yeah, that's true. Man, no, that was intense. I don't know. What was your best part of it? What do you think was like the cool part?
Besides being proven right by Rex, probably when the chip activates on Wrecker and he goes full Hulk smash, because I like that part where like he's like glassy eyed, and all of a sudden he like
focuses,
snaps.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh geez,
he just pummels.
That was so effective. Yeah, he just starts pummeling.
It should like I didn't even turn evil. He's just like, I'm sick and tired of you, smart.
The funniest part though with Tech was when he goes, "Are you sure that this is not the most like just sterile environment? Would you rather the place on Camino? This is a perfect environment to take the chip out."
Oh boy,
I love Tech. He's
Tech is good.
And then they ended on a cliffhanger where they're apparently going to be detected by whoever runs the scrapyard.
Yep, and they notified the Empire. So,
if they notify the Empire,
that means we're getting a Crosshairs episode.
Yeah,
I think
wait, it could be Crosshairs versus Bad Batch.
Crosshairs versus Bad Batch.
And it could be Rex is still there because he hasn't left yet. It could be he's about to leave and he sees the Empire showing up.
It could be possible that Rex is the next episode. It's also probably more likely that it will, they say goodbye to him for now, but it's definitely possible he does show up again.
They kind of hinted that we'll be seeing each other again real soon.
Yeah, they definitely hinted that Rex is also working towards like some sort of,
clone rebellion
or just fighting against the Empire, early on. I mean, we know the rebellion itself is not established for quite a few years, but Bail Organa, and Mon Mothma and stuff like that, they have stuff that's going on.
There are people secretly talking about and secretly trying to get people to rebel against the Empire.
Right, yeah. We know there's stuff going on behind the scenes.
It wasn't until, and I'm going by the only canon that counts, not the Disney canon, it wasn't until Starkiller inspired everyone to form the Empire.
That's not canon. I'm at the Disney forcing me to do Order 66 and take you out now that you referenced the old canon. Yeah, I have
the only canon that I recognize as legitimate. Not with Disney through the. Let me put it this way: I ignore the people who made Episode 8.
Good soldiers follow Disney. And I had to remove you.
Good fans follow Disney. Good fans follow Disney.
Just like you referenced the Old Republic or something. I just like, that's it.
You actually referenced the Old Republic, actually. So when Rex is cloaked, he's like, watch, he'll lift the hood and it'll actually be Darth Revan.
Yeah, it'll just be like the most random.
That would be cool. I'd be like, this is so cool, but it makes no sense.
Just lift the hood and it's just Aunt Beru or something.
Just strapped to her head is a big chunk of blue milk.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the most like, it is completely random.
Oh, yeah, because she would be alive by this point.
Yeah, she is young, pretty young, but
no, it's Jar Jar.
No, this is actually, it's a good point. My sister mentioned this. I want to see Jar Jar in an episode of Bad Batch to see.
That'd be hilarious to see him as a jester.
As a jester, right? But I mean, he was still the representative of the Gungans, working with the senator of Naboo. So the Senate is still exists for now, but eventually that power gets stripped away.
Well, the Emperor did say the Republic will be reorganized,
right? But I think there is still some sort of Senate for at least a while.
There's in the Empire they do have like a legislative body, but it's largely symbolic in that the Emperor runs everything.
Right, and in episode 4, they mentioned that the Emperor had dissolved the Senate fully. The Imperial Senate was completely dissolved. But you're right. It may already be that he started to remove powers.
Did you really think Palpatine would be sharing powers with a body that could check his power?
Yeah.
You really think he would do that?
Yeah. I would actually really want to see Jar Jar in an episode because he had some good episodes. I like Jar Jar, okay? And he had some good episodes in the Clone Wars where remember when he pretended to be a Jedi and he accidentally saved the day.
Clumsily saved. I would love to see. Here's my idea for a Jar Jar episode. The other Gungans reacting to the fact that he led to the rise of the Empire.
Yeah.
They're like, you idiots!
Yeah.
We told Qui-Gon this would happen.
Right. It's funny because like in the novels that like you mentioned, they established at some point people kind of eventually blamed him for the Palpatine getting emergency powers. So at least by after episode 6 he was like a jester at that point or something like that, and he was just disgraced by everyone in the galaxy. So
and the fan base
and the fan base. Yep.
There's a scene in the movie Fanboys where it's pre-episode 1 and it's coming out.
Yeah.
So this one guy gets a Jar Jar tattoo and he goes, this guy's gonna be the most popular character.
That's funny.
Oh jeez.
Fatal last words. But I would actually like to see, like, because he is like a senator, so to see like it would probably be a funny episode, but it'd be cool to see Jar Jar again, because what happened
to into the Bad Batch.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe if they end up on Naboo. I mean, Clone Wars had quite a few episodes focusing on Jar Jar. He was in it. They made him important.
None of the characters were the title characters.
That's true. Yeah.
Bad Batch is the actual squad.
Yeah. But Jar Jar could be vital for everything that's happening here. Maybe he's the key to it all.
He's the one that leads to the Clone Rebellion.
Yeah,
he's on Kamino and he clumsily turns off the inhibitor chips.
Yeah, exactly.
Without even knowing what happens. Also, some of the clones are like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah, well, yeah. That's definitely like my new top guy that I want to show.
Theory that's going to happen. Jar Jar's going to show up and save the day.
Yeah. No, my new top guy that I want to see return in Bad Batch is Jar Jar. I need a episode of Jar Jar.
Mine is Vader.
Because
I want a confrontation between Vader and Rex. I've wanted that for so long.
That'd be really cool.
Just to see those two interact, because I don't think I think as far as Rex knows, Anakin was killed.
Yeah, I think that's probably
he never finds out about what Anakin did to those younglings.
Yeah, I think most people think Anakin's dead, and Darth Vader, most people don't know who Darth Vader is. Like he's he works with the Inquisitors and stuff like that. He is an undercover agent. Only like around episode 4, 5, and 6, he starts to get like, military power by having his own command fleet and stuff like that. But Darth Vader is not someone people know. And yeah, like you said,
because before he was the boogeyman. He was the guy the Emperor sent against people he had problems with.
Exactly. So you're right. Most people think Anakin's dead. I wonder if it'd be cool to see if Rex I went looking for Anakin, but the reports say that he died like in the temple attack or something like that.
Yeah, because at this point, as far as Ahsoka knows, he's dead.
Right. Yeah. Because
she doesn't know yet.
Yeah, she doesn't know yet.
I wonder if in Rebels, after Ahsoka comes back, if she ever tells Rex, "Oh yeah, you remember the guy in dark robes? That's your former general."
Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see if she ever mentions something like that.
Yeah, because she knows at that point. So please, at least show this scene. Let's watch. It'll be a deleted scene. Like they leave out all the good stuff, like Revan.
Yeah, I guess it's not. I guess for now it's not as needed, but maybe eventually it'd be kind of cool for us to find out something like that.
Eventually, I feel like eventually they're going to start giving the fans what they want, and their stuff continues to fail. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Andor. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I would rate this episode 10 out of 10. Still super great because I was proven right.
Yep. Yeah, it was a fun episode. It was really, really good one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we will see you guys next week for our next Bad Batch episode. Remember, hand shot first.
McClunky.